we want to help identify in your socket while you're walking different areas, so that, you know, ideally when we're walking, we want to transition from heel to little toe to big toe. And so the idea is to transfer and follow and identify in your socket and feel those areas. And so what we're going to show you here is with Scott. So the idea here is that he's going to take this dodgeball and squeeze it between his legs. And I'm going to try to do this so everybody can see too. But so again, we're going to hit the 3 areas. So heel, little toe, and big toe. And so the idea here is that I'm going to tell him first, I'm going to say, you know, I'm hitting your heel. And so I want you to say, can you feel that in the socket?
So when I feel it, you say yes. It's important you squeeze the ball to keep the muscles engaged. Yep. Otherwise you won't feel the vibration.
So the tension in the muscles helps carry the vibrations through the socket. So once he identifies that, transition to the small toe.
Little toe, yep.
And then the big toe.
Yep.
And the idea is that you want to feel that area in the socket. And so then...
And make sure that foot's good and flat.
Yep. And so then what you want to do is actually close your eyes and then try to identify where we're hitting. And
heel.
So, nope. Big toe.
Big toe. Heel.
Heel.
Little toe. Big toe. Heel. Little toe. Heel.
Nope.
Heel. Or little toe.
Yep.
Heel.
And so then when you can identify those areas in the socket, then what we want to transition that into walking. So then, well.
So when you walk, what we see a lot of times when we see people exhibit their gait, okay, a lot of times with the prosthetic limb, this is what we see, right? Is this, and what I always tell people is, you're not walking with the prosthesis the way your body was designed. You're using that prosthesis like a crutch, especially like with above the knee amputees. You know, nobody wants to fall, so we can throw that leg out in an extension, okay, and keep it there where we know it's not going to bend it. If we have all our weight on the back side of it, right? Because when does the knee bend is when we get it forward, and you keep your weight behind that leg, and you come forward, and you just shift over to that good leg real quick. So you're just going like that. The trick is really we want you to spend as much time on that foot as you can so you come all the way over that toe. So if you can identify those muscles like we're trying to do, when you come through there, you should feel the heel, and then you transfer that weight over to the little toe. And really right before you get to the little toe is where people start to shift over usually. And if you stay on it until you come to the big toe, and we always talk about how their therapists will say they're looking for you to have an even stride length. One of the things as amputees that we don't realize, and I didn't realize, if you tell me, and I'm sure we've all been there, no, you need to stay on that foot longer, you're not coming all, to me, this feels like I'm on the toe already. I am actually not really coming over the big toe till I'm to here, but our sensation, our sensory feedback is different than when you're working with somebody with 2 legs. When I'd done this with the Bob Gailey program that we went to that we were discussing. Has anyone been to Pine Knob? DTE. So go to the men's bathroom, they have really wide steps. So it's like, if you're going step over step, I mean, you have to take wide steps. And I'd just been to that, and it was like, holy cow, I could never do that without going step to step before. And I was like, I was trying to do that. And since I'd been working on that exercise, I was like, wow, you really come over that toe, but it feels like that prosthetic foot isn't going to support you. If we could train these amputees that know this is where you want to be before you come off, because you got to just understand the sensory feedback is a little bit different. This feels like I'm all the way over there, but until you actually, when you come over here, then you get that different set of muscles are firing in the socket. So just everyone kind of get up and take a few steps, and just think if you're like planting that heel and then you're going to little toe, big toe, and you can feel those muscles working inside of the socket. We have 4, but we only have 4. So they're probably all being used.